Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. My name's Martha, and we have a small homestead in the great state of Maine. So thanks for joining me today as we take a look around the homestead and check on some of our ongoing projects. We are going to look at animals, we're going to look at some perennials and some trees that we've recently planted. So let's go. So here we're going to take a quick look at the kitties. They're getting big. They're sweet, and it's working out really well having them in this pen here. They're using their litter box, and right now they're eating scrambled egg. So that seems to be something that they really like, and we also have some kitty food to give them.
I got one. This shouldn't hurt you.
If you Rivka, everything.
Hi, welcome to Suds and Fluff Family Farm. Today we are outside in the bunny area and near the bird area here. I think the last time I talked to you guys, we had just gotten a pair of Toulouse geese. So I thought I would give you guys a quick update on how they're doing, and I'm also going to show you a couple of the gardening and projects of developing the homestead. So we at first thought we were going to have the geese in a hutch up the hill where they would be free ranging, but they were going in the road every day. I'm sorry for the road noise. Maybe if we go over here. We're pretty close to the road on this side of the house. What was I saying? Oh yes, the geese were going in the road every morning, and I realized very quickly we did not want our geese to get hit, and so we decided to enlarge our barnyard and let the geese come in and stay with the chickens, which actually is working out really well. They get along with the chickens. They hadn't been getting along with our Muscovy drake, so at first we thought, you know, since they're a water bird, we will have them go with the Muscovy's ducks. But no, the drake was being aggressive, and these geese seem like really sweet, so we decided that no need to risk the geese getting killed or injured. Okay, so right here we opened this up here so that this used to be fenced. So now this whole section here is open, and there is a fence. This used to be where we had our goats running in this area. So they've got a big area. This is the other view here. The food is getting messy. And that's where they come out. So they've been getting along fine with the chickens. Let's go see the geese. So they enjoy being by the water. Here they are. They really don't like people getting too close, but there's the geese. They're so sweet. They are not aggressive at all, right? They're friendly. The Toulouse breed is known for being more friendly, but they are also a really good alarm. They're very alert. So they're keeping a watch, and anything out of the ordinary, they will raise the alarm. So then also we had to pen from here to here. We fenced that. So we created a little barnyard where we can still walk through here to get to the chicken and the bunny barn without going in the bird area, which is really convenient for keeping things a little cleaner. Oh yeah, so we did name them. You can tell the female because she's got a more rounded rump. She's this one. That's the gander. So they're named Pierre and Sophie. And we just came up with that because they have like a French sound. So the Toulouse is a French breed of geese. Hi Pierre, hi Sophie. And the long-term hope for them is that they'll get used to us and that they'll be able to have their own kind of like shelter and nest area where they'll be able to hatch out some goslings. So now we can go see the garden and a couple other projects. It's been really gloomy and kind of rainy for the past few days here. Tree was cut. Nathan cut this. This little, what was this? Quaking aspen. It was like this thin when we first moved in here, and it was in the midst of like a giant pile of trash and old carpeting and stuff like that. But anyway, the top blew off last fall, so it had to go. And over here, this is what I wanted to show. We've got our new truck cap hutch build here. So Nathan put some posts in and framed this a bit, and we've put the truck cap on the top here. This actually used to be right here, so I don't know if you can tell, but there's a big pile of like duck stuff here. So instead of the ducks being here in this little fenced area and in the hutch, although they've always free ranged, their hutch is now going to be here, and it's actually going to have a floor, so it's going to be rat proof and everything, and hopefully they'll be a little more secure, because this one was really just pallets, and it had been used for quite a few years and it was just collapsing, so that something had to be done there. So we're still working on that, but the other exciting thing is that that's opened up this whole area here for gardening. So we're gonna be planting a couple giant pumpkin seedlings here is the goal, and then tidying it up, taking all these rocks and things and creating this as part of the garden. I think this is new too. We've got this garden gate here, although I still need to get a little latch thingy here. So let's go see the garden. So the chickens were in here messing up our little onion sets yesterday. Although, can you still see all the little cute green shoots? They're so sweet. And the raspberries are looking awesome. We've got this weeded out in the back so we can let them spread, and then we'll put some other plants back there too for this year. We've got corn planted in the farthest bed there. And then these walking onions, I'm actually gonna be digging these up and dividing them, and I was thinking of planting them somewhere different. They're just getting too big there. And then in this bed here, we have some Provider green beans planted. This is our little potting station. Dragged this old wheelbarrow up here, and in it we're dumping our compost and our soil. And we've got a bucket of elders there. We've got gooseberry in this bucket. And then we're putting them over there alongside of that greenhouse there once the plants are potted up. This is the strawberry patch. This plant is doing really well. This is Rainbow Treasure strawberry. So pretty. We have a couple of swing frames, I guess, that we got in here over these beds, and they have some welded wire on them. This one has a Queensland blue winter squash planted there. So I'm hoping it's just gonna kind of take over this trellis. We have cucumbers planted along that other one. And then this is a junky old ladder that we thought we would maybe figure out how to use as a trellis too. And in this bed, we have a rhubarb that we've just transplanted this year, some walking onions here, just transplanted, and then we have a couple high bush blueberries and lavender. And then I think I'm actually gonna grab the rhubarb that we found growing up in the woods area and put that also in this bed. So I love rhubarb. I'd love to have just like an enormous amount of rhubarb. Now we're gonna go look at the figs. So this is our little area for the potted plants that we're potting up here. Okay, so here's one little fig and the other's up here. They're leafing out. Honestly, this one I feel like is better. Although the other one has bigger leaves. And here is our asparagus coming up, which is exciting. We're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna put an asparagus patch. Shoo! Shoo, shoo, shoo! Out! Okay, I mean, we've got other stuff planted, but it's all pretty small so far still. This, I like how we have the anise hyssop coming back along here. Okay, now we're gonna hike up the hill. We're gonna go check out the hazelnut patch. Actually, I don't think I even mentioned that we planted our hazelnuts, our persimmons, and our witch hazel. Actually, one of those was from a different plant order. The hazelnuts were from, I think it's Coldstream Farm, and we ordered 3 to 4 feet hazels. All right, here they are. This is helping me remember all the different projects. So this is the spot. Let's see, here's one right here. And then there's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this one I noticed was leafing out nicely. It's exciting. And we are dumping a bunch of manure and hay and compost here just so we don't have weeds. And then I thought we would just do a wire fence around this area. Let's look at the other trees. So the other ones we got are up here in this jungle of weeds. So we have them marked off with tires and wire, and they're really just twigs right now. Is that one budding? Yeah, there's a tick on that one.
Where?
On the top. Let's look at the others.
Oh, look.
There we go. Yeah, they just look like twigs still. So these are persimmons. Let's look at this one. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully they grow. We do need to come up here and do this project where we get rid of these weeds. A lot of this is that, I think it's Virginia creeper. It's something vining that like vines along the ground. And we've been getting rid of it around the apple trees and then mulching over there. Also are removing this really old barbed wire fencing here. It is kind of a mess up here because there's a ton of this barbed wire. Let's go look at the apple trees real quick because they're really beautiful right now. Yep, they're blossoming. This is some of that vining stuff we're pulling out from over here. But look how beautiful. It's blossoming. So cool. I'm really happy that we pruned these trees down this past late winter, early spring. I think they're gonna do much better staying low. Up here, we are mulching, although I was trying to have people not put it right up against the tree. So we'll have to rake that back. But anyway, it's pretty aged manure, so I'm not too worried about that. It's an old tree, and it has some green apples that are kind of an early ripening apple.
It does?
And the blackberries are looking gorgeous here. Here we are. This is Juniper's litter. So if you're in the market for a sweet fiber Angora bunny, if you're a spinner, if you're in Maine, if you're local, feel free to contact us.
If you want to hold
We have really sweet bunnies. Right now we have this doe, she's a fawn, available. We have 3 chocolates. Let's show the chocolates. We have 3 chocolate bucks. We have 1 chocolate doe. She's possibly spoken for, but it's not. Oh, just is that one? Obviously, we don't know if this is the doe or not, but oh, how sweet! All right, and then we have a gray.
I can't get it.
Like a blue-gray buck. So
Blue-gray.
feel free if you're interested. Let me know. To show you the witch hazel. So we've got kind of like the persimmons. This is a bit lower down on the hill of our property, but we've got one here. This one is looking like it's growing. And then the other one is, let me see if I'm pointing to the right spot. Well, it's the chicken wire right up there. So that was exciting to get these in. This one actually, we buried our duck Peach here under this one. She died whenever we planted this. I think it was a few weeks ago now. She was a duck that we had bought as a duckling on the first year that we lived here. The first farm animals that we got here were 6 Muscovy ducklings, and she was one of them. And she was the only one left. She was 9 years old when she died. So that's a pretty long life. We just felt like we should bury her here with this bush, and it's kind of a reminder of her. So the kids helped with that, and yeah, all our ducks are her descendants, so it's pretty cool that she was kind of like the duck matriarch. I guess that's it. I think I've shown you guys pretty much the major things we're doing. Well, thanks for checking in. I hope you are making some progress on your projects. I hope you're not feeling like they're too much, and I hope that you are enjoying the moment of each day. Have a great one. Bye.